Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Now last week my curiosity got the better of me when I bought a passively called GTX 960 that I know doesn't exist. At just £40 with next day titch. How could I resist? The stock photo didn't give me much hope either, and I assumed that whatever turned up would probably be some DIY called card that may have actually made for an interesting video. It seems I should learn to assume less often, because what actually arrived was this. There's no innovation here, the seller had simply removed the fan and called it a day. Our definitions of works fine also vary somewhat. Before jumping into any games, I decided that the best thing to do was to try and find a replacement fan, and this ended up costing me just a few pounds on eBay. It seemed, however, that any damage had already been done by the previous seller. Whether this was because of their ingenious passive cooling solution or other reasons, I can't be sure, but the one time that MSI Afterburner did work without causing a huge system crash revealed that the card was staying at reasonable temperatures, and this was the case even with the fan disabled, at least for the first 15 or so minutes of gameplay. An actual nuclear apocalypse may be preferable to playing Fallout 4 with 6 frames per second, and as for PowerPoint 2077, well, that runs for a few minutes before causing a black screen. Different games will produce different results. Either you'll get a low frame rate and a system crash, or just a low frame rate. It differs from game to game and isn't consistent either, so the game might crash once and then that same game might work fine, albeit with a very low FPS the next time around. Think of it as a very unpleasant surprise. It's interesting to note that the weird artifacts do disappear when gaming though, but overall, the zero feedback seller I bought this from might have ripped me off. It's not always smooth sailing and lucky bargains here on this channel. As you can probably tell, just like with the exploding PSU last week, this did start off as a serious video idea, but yeah, it didn't all go to plan. Nonetheless, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you all again soon.